Hello and welcome to this space where we reset and
refresh.
My name is Dorcas Owano. I'm a digital reporter, a wellness enthusiast, and also an author. And today I'm joined with two amazing ladies. Karibuni sana, guys. So today we are delving into the things that we know for sure. I believe that in our lives there are things we have learned over time and we are very willing to share today. So each and every one of us is going to be sharing what you know for sure, and then we'll be able to discuss more about it.
For me, what I know for sure is that kindness goes a long way. It doesn't cost nothing to be nice, to be kind to someone. You don't know what they are going through, what they have been through. Personally, I know that I have so much love and so much care to give, and that sometimes might make someone feel that you're an easy target.
Yeah, true.
Someone can think, Ula ni mwik, you can go for her, but being kind, being kind doesn't mean that you're not strong and you can't stand up for yourself. But it's just giving out the love that you have and being nice to someone. I read somewhere it's not about the words, but it's how you make someone feel. It's the impact that you've left on that person. Let's say I've met you today. I'm just nice, I'm just sweet. We don't know each other, we're strangers. You're gonna remember this girl whom you saw and she was very nice to me. She was very kind to me. And that is one of the things that I hold on to.
Oh, that's nice. I think you mentioned something very important, that some years to come, you may not remember, like even your name or the name of the person that was kind to you, but you'll remember that moment and you'll remember that, oh, some years ago I met someone here and this person was so kind to me.
And that's why we say action speaks better than words.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, I think people limit ourselves, like we limit ourselves in everything, in every action we do. We think that you're not capable of something or we're not able to do something just because of our traumas or whatever we've gone through in our past. For example, maybe you, Dorcas, right? You really have an amazing sound and everything. But now you have an opportunity to be in a radio station. But you limit yourself because of how people used to say your voice sounds and everything else, and you think that you're not able to do. You know, that's something that you can do, but you just limited yourself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's why I think like no one is limited in doing anything. You're capable of everything that you want.
Was it Eliud Kipchoge who said that no man is limited? Yeah, and I think that's so true. And for me, I think one thing I know for sure is that life is not one-sided. It's like a yin-yang experience where it's not every day that you're going to experience good things. And you can be the most amazing person and then you just get out of your house, alafu unapata ajali. And then sisi kama wanadamu, most of the time, people are just like, oh, that person is bad, that's why those things have happened to them. It's not always about it. Like sometimes you can just be so good, but bad things happen to you. Life just happened because life is a life of duality.
I love what you said. I was having a conversation with my friend over the weekend, asking ourselves, what is life? And it can't be haiwezi kuwa line moja. It's curvy. You can be up, you can be down, you can be straight. And it took me a minute to get to define what life is. And I don't think I can actually define it right now. But I think it's the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm gonna meet this person who's made me feel nice, and I'm gonna meet this person who kidogo hurt me. who has hurt me. See, I think, and life is just full of surprises. Always it can't be monotonous.
It doesn't have a manual. Like today you're supposed to be here and then tomorrow you're there.
Today you can be happy, tomorrow you can be sad, tomorrow you can be anxious, you can be mourning. It's full of tests. You just keep on moving and moving and trying every day,
every single day.
Speaking of life, you can go through some tough times and learning how to forgive. Yo, crazy. Forgiveness forgiveness is a lot. I'm learning how to forgive and let go. I'm that person who can hold on to that hurt. When you've really scarred me, I'm gonna hold on to that, and it's gonna take a minute for me to let that go. And the sad thing about that, it's gonna eat me away. Sio mtu mwenye amenikosea. Labda atakuwa sawa.
Alisahau akaenda, maybe that's just their life anyway. Hadi akumbuki.
But you, the one who's hurt, the victim, you utakuwa tu unasikia sijui aje. Umeenda therapy, umeambia therapist wako anakuambia, I think it's time for you to learn how to let go. And you're wondering, what does she mean? What does he mean? But it's, I think the point where I'm at in life, I'm making baby steps in learning how to forgive and let go. And I'm actually proud of myself because it's hard.
But again, forgiveness is a gift that you give to yourself. These are just lessons I learned from the likes of Akina Oprah. She says that forgiveness is a gift that you give to yourself. Yeah, extending that grace to you, and also not just forgiving the other person for what they have done, but also forgiving yourself for maybe the mistakes that you've done. Because you can imagine staying in that state, like maybe there is a mistake you did or a decision you made that you never thought you would ever make in your life, and then now you're in this point of you're regretting, you're beating up yourself, you're like, no, I don't want to forgive myself. So you see, it's like umebaki hapo. So it's a gift. But I'm so happy and glad that you're saying you're taking baby steps.
On what you said, on forgiving yourself, that needs grace.
I know.
That needs grace. You can beat yourself up. You can victimize yourself, and with that, it's gonna come with a lot of victimization. And I don't know. I think people should try and be kind to themselves. You can make mistakes, and there's this lyric to a song. From that mistakes you learn, and you become a better person when you decide to now let go, forgive yourself, and be kind to yourself. It's very hard, but it is something that is possible.
Yes.
And the outcome of that is very beautiful, and it's just peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
What I know for sure, we usually have high expectation everywhere we go to be liked. Like every place that you want to step, you think you want everyone to like you, to adore you, you know, to be inspired with the person that you are. Stop impressing everyone. Not everyone will be impressed with you, and that's the reality.
Yes. And I also think that the people who are mean, especially like in workplaces, at school, in our homes, or wherever place like that you go, the people who are mean, Jana, I was talking to a friend and he shared something very important. He was saying, there's this book he read, and one of the scholars was saying that the world is full of amazing people, but we have just a handful of people that are bad. This handful of people, they're everywhere. Now they're taking their badness kila mahali.
True.
Yeah.
Even in the office, there's always one friend
who is saying something.
True.
And you said something important, that you have to be comfortable with yourself and not trying to look for validation from other people, because when you do, hey, utajipata pabaya, man. Something else I know for sure is that nobody can be your everything. Oh my God. I think most of the time, you have your boyfriend, your mother, your nini, you're my everything. That's a lie. Nobody can be your everything. It's too much for one person. True. It's too much for one person.
They don't think they're enough.
They're enough to be your everything. Because imagine you telling someone, like, you're my everything. It's like they have to, anytime you have a problem you have to go to them. They also have their life. Nobody can be your everything. Problems. They have their problem. Yeah, so nobody can be your everything. So tuache kuambiana ati, oh, you're my everything, bro. No one can be your everything.
I can't live without you.
You can live.
You can
you can, yeah. Nobody can be your everything. Yeah.
Something else that I know for sure, believing in yourself. Kujiaminia ni kitu poa sana.
Na ni ngumu sana.
Hyping yourself up. Just go to the mirror. Brittany, you're beautiful. Brittany, you'll get through this week. Brittany, you can do this and this. It's very important.
Brittany, it's okay.
Brittany, it's okay.
It is very important for you to just have that self-talk and believe in yourself. Because I feel like if you don't believe in yourself, it's gonna be hard for someone else to believe in you before you yourself. I think you're supposed to be your first cheerleader, hence having others as your cheerleader.
When you've woken up in the morning, you've dressed up, you're coming to the office, and then you need to look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, you look beautiful and you're smart. So if you come to the office and no one is telling you that, it doesn't really mean that you look vibaya, like you're just fine.
And I think with that one, you're helping yourself from comparing yourself to others. You know, maybe you think you're not beautiful because Brittany, she looks amazing, she has an amazing body, she's pretty, and, you know, and then you just, you know, it will help you from comparing yourself to the rest. What I know for sure, standing up for yourself is not rude.
Say that again.
Yes.
Say that
Standing
again.
up for yourself is not
It's
rude.
not rude. Yeah.
Even if you're an elder, you're older than anyone, a different gender, it doesn't mean standing up for yourself is rude.
I'm very proud of our generation.
Exactly.
Very vocal. It's such a good thing that we are in this space
Yes.
as young people, very bold, very assertive, and we can communicate. That's a really good thing.
Standing up for yourself. And I think that brings me to another point, is that learning to say no and not feeling guilty about it is one of the best decisions you can ever make in life. And please, a moment of silence to all the people pleasers. Do we have people pleasers in the house? I know so many people are struggling with people pleasing. I was once there, and I know how
And
it
having
feels.
pity of saying no, you know, you know, putting yourself in that shoe.
Ati in that shoe. Ati acha nisimwambie, nikimwambia atafeel aje. But come on, niwe anakuweka in a very bad state. Yeah, so learning to say no and not feeling guilty about it. And I think it cuts across quite a number of things. You saying no, like, I don't want to go kwa hiyo party. Not because oh, Brittany is going. How is Brittany going to feel? I just feel like I don't want to leave the house today, but I just want to show up for her. There is a difference between showing up for someone and you going there for the sake of it. Like, what is the point of you going and you're not even going to enjoy anything that is happening there? We have to get to a point where you can be able to boldly tell someone, I'm sorry, I may not be able to help you today, maybe next time. And you not feeling guilty about it, because it's one thing for you to say no. It's another thing for you not to feel guilty because there's someone who will say no, and then the entire night they're on their phone, they're like, oh my God, did I say the right thing? How are they feeling? Is the friendship going to end? Is this you what? If you ever find yourself asking you such questions, then there is something wrong somewhere. You're still struggling with people pleasing.
I used to be a pathological people pleaser, and that was... I'm not there yet. I'm not...
You're recovering.
To have my ground and maybe say I'm not comfortable without feeling the guilt. Give yourself more grace and you're gonna get there. We're all yeah.
And I think maybe if, let's say, okay, see, we are friends, and then you tell me maybe to show up, we are supposed to go for an event, and then I tell you, I don't really feel like I'm in a good position, maybe because I have my own reasons. Na tulikuwa tumeplan all along tunafaa kwenda. Your level of self-awareness ndio itadetermine how you're going to take that response from me. Because I think for me right now, if I've planned something with a friend and then it doesn't happen, I will not feel bad the way I used to kitambo. Ningeanza, mbona akuniambia mapema, sijui nini. But right now, I just feel like I respect your decision because I think that you need to put yourself first, even when it comes to decision making and stuff. So learning to say no, those struggling with people pleasing, tafadhali, please, you're one of them. We're gonna help you come to this other side.
I can relate.
My prayer for people like you,
please pray for Stacy. Pray for Stacy.
You get to meet people who are as caring
as I am
and loving as you are. Ndo isikusumbue sana, because at times you can just feel you're giving.
Abandoned.
Yes. You're just giving, but you wish you'd had someone like you in your life.
There was a point, I had friends that ilikuwa, it's you. You know, it's not just giving money, but even your time. Mtu akiwa na shida ni wewe anakukujia. But now the question is, wewe ukiwa nayo, can you bank on that person to be able to help you? Because you are taking time to fill your cup. Maybe you're reading books, you're trying to interact with people that can pour into your cup. Now your cup is full, it's running over, and then now you're meeting people that are taking everything away from your cup. And then now it runs dry. When it becomes empty, you're like, hi, Brittany, I think I need someone to talk to. And then the best thing Brittany can tell you, sasa wendo unatuongeleshanga, who is going to talk to her?
I think we're the mothers. We're the mothers of our friends.
I get that a lot.
I used to, and I know.
know.
When you show people you're available, Aki, they'll misuse you. And you don't even know where they have placed you in their lives. Maybe you're here, and you umeshaweka hapa hivi juu. So, learning to say no. Sometimes just try it big, and imagine you'll realize those people that are for sure like meant to be in your life, they'll still be there. Even if you say no like a million times, they'll still be there.
And I think that's why people don't say no. It's because they're scared that someone will get out of their life.
Imagine wakwenda wataenda. Hadi you show up aje wakwenda wataenda. So just be yourself, stand up for yourself, learn to say no. Don't feel guilty about it. Imagine hakuna mtu atakupiga.
What I know for sure, the mental wellness therapy has been really interesting in a good way, eye-opening. I know most people, therapy at least imekuwa normalized right now. Before kitambo, I think people would think therapy
it's like you
equated
have a
to shida. It's like uko na shida ndio maana unaenda therapy, but it can also be a good thing where you get to know yourself. Like I'm like a few months into therapy. It's like I'm a baby there, and so far so good. But kitu ilinipeleka kwa ilikuwa shida. But right now, right now I'm in a better place, and I just wanna continue with it because I want to know more about myself. I feel like I'm here, but I'm supposed to be somewhere here.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a good thing, and I love that it's being normalized right now with this generation. Even our parents are kind of warming up to it.
And I love that. I think I really love conversations around therapy because I've been there many times. I know, Stacey, you have a different opinion. And I think one thing people don't know is that therapy is not meant to solve your problems.
Why are you attacking me indirectly?
I know, we've had this conversation like many times. You said something very important, that you went there because you had a problem. And I think it reminded me of the very first time I went to therapy, and my therapist was asking me, Doctors, why are you here? And then I was like, I want to be more self-aware. I just want to know some things about myself. Because sometimes it's not always the problem that it's the issue. It's you who is the problem. Yes. So you have to understand yourself. So like the first session, like she was just trying to take me through how I grew up and stuff. And then now along the way, I came to realize how I behave the way I do largely impacted. You get it. So it's a good thing. I think also people have different ways of dealing with their problems. There are those who just want some time alone and then they'll be okay. There are those who feel like they want to talk to someone and then they'll be okay. So whatever works for you, please apply it. I think Brittany mentioned something very important earlier, though it was something related to kindness. Because some years to come, people may not remember your name or what you did for them, what you took for them, but they'll just remember there is someone who will remember them at some point in their life. Your greatest legacy is every child that decides to go back to school because you spoke to them. Every young person that decides to quit drugs and now they want to like just run their life in maybe in a healthier way. That is your greatest legacy. Your greatest legacy is every woman that decides to leave an abusive marriage or relationship because they came across your book, your podcast, or whatever thing, the way you impacted them in a way, that is what will count. So whatever you take out there is what will come back to you. If I do something good to you, it does not mean that you are the same person who needs to reciprocate. But in one way or another, you'll just meet someone who is going to be kind to you, someone who is going to be very willing to help you, not because you're so good, but because there is something you did to someone somewhere, and that energy or whatever you put out there is simply coming back to you.
As you're doing something good, it doesn't mean that it'll come back to you. It might go back to your children, to your generation, as long as it's just part of your life or someone that is in your generation. It'll just go back to them.
Yeah. Nice. That's great.
I love how
You
that
really love
sounds.
that, yeah.
Yeah. No comment.
Sawa, sawa. So that brings us to the end of our today's episode. Until next time, kwaheri. Bye. Bye.